Hey everybody, it's Legal Queen LA. I'm back on the Ox Connect, and today we have an import from Chicago, Mr. Banda.
It's your boy Big Bandit, Banda. Y'all already know what it is, man. Bandupsick. You know what I'm saying? Check me out Instagram at Bandupsick, man. Let's get it.
Follow him on the gram, on all platforms. So I have to, before we get into anything, I have to know about your name.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's the crazy ass way I came up with the name. So I used to be called Sit the Punchline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of came from me like back when battle rap was kind of hot. Okay. I used to be like eating motherfuckers up crazy, like pause. You feel what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I used to be like, you know what I'm saying, getting that motherfuckers in. The school ended up, I used to go to the school called HSRA, which is High School for Recording Arts. They all started calling me Sick with it. And I had punchlines and shit. So I just put them together, shit, the punchline. Forward to 2020, I moved out to Cali. And I had, you know, I ain't have as much money then, you know what I'm saying? But then I, you know, came out banded up.
Right.
You feel me? So I just put the two together.
That's natural. Okay. Yeah. Cool. First of all, High School for Recording Arts sounds really cool. They don't have that type of shit everywhere.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of crazy. It was a school where, you know what I'm saying, you could kind of like record and shit. Everybody was like battle rapping against each other. Like the teachers was sponsoring that shit. Like, well, you get a whole crowd of motherfuckers around you. Everybody be like, yeah, get a shot, get a shot. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
I was a champion, you know what I'm saying? And I know that shout out HSRA.
What's your record? You kept score?
I think I drawed on one battle against Zone, shot the Zone, you know what I'm saying? Fury. I ain't gonna lie, y'all kind of cheated on that battle though, because they brought me in the room with all his people and shit like that. Yeah, kind of like a setup. Shout out to my nigga for you though, man, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with him tough though.
Okay, so I'm not gonna hold you. We didn't have anything like that growing up, but I definitely do recall a diss track being written about me in high school. By two of my friends, my guy friends. One of them is a really close friend to this day. Oh, yeah. One of them still blocked on every platform. Still owe me money. Run it.
Hey, shut up.
But I got every rumor that ever happened in high school onto one diss track.
Oh, yeah.
That made it onto YouTube.
Oh,
so I got my ass beat in school, basically, verbally.
Dang.
Then I came home and my daddy found it.
Oh.
And I got my ass beat in real life. Cause imagine just all the rumors
people
made up
in
one place.
That's crazy.
It was not fun, but I'm sure if we were in a high school for creativity, maybe I would have more positive thoughts about this. You know,
it depends.
But your jewelry, I also want to get into that a little bit. So I feel like I haven't met too many artists that have like every facet. Okay. You think when I think about jewelry, I'll think about like Lil Baby or like artists like that. So what got you into jewelry so much? And I see a lot of rose gold.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That. I ain't gonna lie.
That's different.
Rose my favorite. What really got me into jewelry, I ain't gonna lie, Boom Man. You know, I had in like 2020, 2021, I don't know if you know what Boom Man is. Mm-mm. But he was the person that put Fujiano on.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm saying? He had the label Authentic Empire. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he had gave me my first piece of jewelry. Yeah, I had a big ass AE chain, you know what I'm saying, from him. And I went down to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, met with him, you know what I'm saying, did the whole campaign run with him and everything. And you know, shout out to Boom Man, you know what I'm saying? He was the first person that put me on jewelry.
Wow.
For real, for real.
And what, like, I noticed over here you got the heart ring, so do I. Yours is nicer. What else do we have going on throughout?
I got the custom BMG Tiger Face, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my jeweler in New York, you know what I'm saying? We got the Allah piece here, you know, I'm Muslim, so I had to, you know, show my respect to Allah, you know what I'm saying? Then I got the crescent moon hearts, you know what I'm saying, to show also the respect to Allah down here, you know what I'm saying? Then I also got the eye, you know what I'm saying, which is, you know, the eye, you know, that's all-seeing eye, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the AP, rose gold, you know what I'm saying?
That is fine.
Got the trap house, y'all know what we doing there, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk too much on that.
This is the rose gold bust down king. Like, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody else. I've never seen it done before. Okay?
All rose.
You did that. So I know you're not from LA.
Nah. I love LA though. I love LA.
Where you come from?
I'm from Chicago,
okay.
Man. You know what I'm saying? I got a rep from the south side of Chicago, you feel me? I know when people hear south side, first thing they think is Chief Keef, Lil Durk. You know, shout out to Chief Keef and Lil Durk, you feel me? But I kind of fuck with the other side though, you feel me? No disrespect to them. I ain't never met Durk, Keef, or none of them, but you know, my people was like Ruger, FBG Duck. You know, so I got a song with FBG Young, shout out to Young. You know what I'm saying? You know, just the whole GDs. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm with the GD movement. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the BDs. I got some BD homies, you feel me? But, you know, we grew up as GDs, you feel me? So that's just what it is.
I feel like a song just popped in my head. If you're not GD, what the fuck is you doing around me or something like that?
They let the GDs in the dough.
Hey.
Shout out to Ruger, man. Shout out to Ruger, man. You feel me? My boy Ruger, you feel me? He got the GDs in the dough, you feel me?
Okay. I've never been to Chicago. So for someone like me, if I was planning a trip, what do I have to do that is not what a tourist thing is going to be?
You gotta go to Uncle Raymond's, number one. One of the best, like, spots to eat at.
Okay. Is it pizza?
No, I like soul food kind of.
Oh.
You know so yeah, we gotta go there for sure. For pizza, I would recommend Italian Fiesta.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, they got the best pizza since like the 80s.
That's like the main thing that I hear about Chicago is the pizza.
Yeah, Italian Fiesta. Now I ain't gonna lie, Reggio's and what's the other one? Damn, it's gonna come to me in a minute. But Reggio's is pretty good too. But I ain't gonna lie, Italian Fiesta is slapping off their ass crossing the neck. I ain't gonna lie, he's slapping their ass.
It's on the list.
Like, for real.
I'm scared of the cold. I hate the cold, but I feel like summertime Chi is a great place to be.
It's dangerous.
I'm scared to go to Chicago. I got involved with two folks from Chicago in my past lives.
You wouldn't be too dangerous.
Did not go well.
You know, you.
I want no parts.
You ain't gonna have no trouble.
But it looks beautiful for the summertime.
Yeah, stay downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen anywhere, any place.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like downtown LA. You feel what I'm saying?
It's true.
You feel me? Hollywood, Beverly Hills. You feel me? It's all the same. I've seen it all. But don't let that stop you from having fun in Chicago. It's a lot of good people still there. A lot of dangerous people everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But there's a lot of beautiful people in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my city.
Okay. So what was the transition? What made you finally decide to leave Chicago?
My grandma, to be honest, because when I was like 13, my pops moved us to Minnesota for a little second. And then I moved back when I was like 19, 20. So I was there for like a couple of years fucking with Ruger, his little brother before he died, RP Scrap. You know what I'm saying? We had him going RP Dusky. You know what I'm saying? We had Dusky in the studio and shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of motherfuckers down there that I had in the studio that, you know, would have been real big right now. But my grandma one day, I ain't gonna lie, she just woke up one day and she came to me. She was like, I want to go back to Minnesota. Because she felt like she was going to pass. You feel me?
Wow.
So we had a conversation.
So that's where she's from as well?
Nah, she's from Chicago. Yeah, she's from Chicago. Okay. But we had moved out there and she kind of, because my cousin Darlene kind of like set the roots out there. You know what I'm saying? And she had my cousin Peanut, Dred, Alicia, and all them out there. So we kind of moved with them and kind of got like, you know, introduced to that part of Minnesota from them. They used to stand the projects down there in McDonald's. But anyways, I moved back and she wanted to pass in Minnesota. So I was like, this where you want to, you know what I'm saying? So I took her back there and maybe like a couple months later, that's when she passed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You were able to do that with her and for her. What was Minnesota like? I feel like I don't hear about that area ever.
I ain't gonna lie, shout out to Minnesota, man, because Minnesota is underrated, number one. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Minnesota because they got a lot of talented artists there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers ain't soft there either. You feel me? Like, it's some hoods there. The Mollies be going down on there, I ain't gonna lie. In Minneapolis, St. Paul be going down to St. Paul. They got that rap beefs and shit. Motherfuckers getting smoked up down there and shit. Yeah.
I feel like
but it's cold though.
Yeah, that's
cold.
That's the thing.
It's fuck.
I believe you.
Like,
I think LA is too cold 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's my problem.
Not like Minnesota.
I don't want to know.
Like, I'm talking about like -30, 40 sometimes cold. You feel what I'm saying? Like that.
And people still are just supposed to go on with regular life and like go to school and work.
I ain't gonna lie, they be kind of depressed down there doing them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Seasonal depression is a real thing. If it happens to you every winter, like it's a fact. Once it gets too cold and you can't go nowhere and you're stuck in the house,
you might as well be back type shit. Yeah, like, and then like it's small, so the only thing Minnesota got like the Mall of America, right? With the Mall of America, it's cool, it's big. You got like an amusement park in that hole.
In the mall?
In the mall.
What the fuck?
Like movie theater in that bit, like all kinds of, so it's a big, attraction. But if you live there, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to,
Kansas.
Yeah, type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not.
Yeah, the middle of America slightly scares me. Like West Coast, East Coast, we cool. I'm from the East Coast. I claim the West Coast. Everything in between, I don't know. The deserts, the mountains, the Midwest.
You got the D over there. I ain't gonna like Detroit be busting over there. We right next to Indiana. Indiana be busting. Even a little Wisconsin.
All the things that he's saying, he thinks he's telling me about like Bali or like Barbados or something. But that's the difference with me though. I'm an island girl. So other people enjoy like the smell.
You like that chill kind of scenery, kind of like beach and yeah. I ain't gonna that's a little gritty over there.
Yeah. So did you leave from Minnesota to LA then?
Yeah. So like 2019, end of 2019, beginning of 2020, I had kind of like a falling out my BM. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna try something different, push this music shit, go to LA. So I get out here. Why the fuck COVID happened?
So you must have moved around the same time as me. I came in 2019.
Literally, like maybe 2 weeks I come out here, COVID happened. But at the same time, that was the best thing happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I ain't gonna talk too much about it, but it was like come up season.
Amen.
So I moved into a crib like maybe like a couple months later, and shit. Next thing you know, I was Bandupsick. You feel me? I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Period. Okay. I feel like it was either one or the other. Either that was the worst time of your life or the best time. Or the best time
of your life.
I've rarely heard someone was just like,
I was copping Aston Martins, Porsches. Like I'm talking about all kind of shit.
Why I didn't know him in COVID?
40, 60 packs. I had interviews all over the motherfucking place. New York, Atlanta, Texas. I'm talking.
That's dope.
We was running.
So you was not scared of the COVID?
Hell no. We moving around.
Okay.
And I had caught the car just to drive. I think I had caught like a Ford Fusion hybrid just to drive. I drove all the way from fucking Cali to New York.
How many days did that take?
Like 5 days.
Jesus.
Yeah, that whole was good.
When I moved from Florida to LA, I drove, and that was 3 days alone.
Yeah, I drove from Florida to Cali before. It's not bad.
So you've done this cross country thing multiple times.
Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a driving ass nigga.
Okay.
You feel me? So like I be driving from like Cali to Vegas, kinda like it's down the street. I ain't gonna lie. Like.
You're a different breed. He's a different breed. What's your like road trip like protocol? Like what you gotta get snacks, you gotta have music, obviously. Like what do you need?
I need the music for sure. It depends if I'm smoking at the time. Right now I ain't smoking. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not smoking, then shit, it's really just music and the scenery.
So are you not smoking by choice, health reasons, like
the judge, man? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my judge, though. I ain't gonna lie, my judge gave me a little easy pass.
The federal thing, still in our way.
Yeah, can't talk too much about it because we still got it going on. You feel me? I'm fighting 18 felonies right now.
He pleads the fifth. Do not ask any questions. Thank you.
Yes.
So so you came out here in COVID time. After COVID kind of cleared up, what was your first like big show or big project? What did you do next after COVID was?
I dropped Caplife. I ain't gonna lie, Caplife. When I dropped Caplife, it went crazy. I think I hit like 100K in like a week.
Damn.
And we was at like 300K in like maybe like 2 months. And that shit really took off. Like I had like people arguing in the comments, all kind of shit. It really bought me kind of like some of the success that I got, today with my fan base. Because I went from like having like 10,000 followers to having like 30K at the caplife.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is the record. Is it a record or the name of the project also?
No, it's just a single.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the one that talks about the industry as a whole.
Yeah, but I niggas be cap as fuck. You know what I'm saying? This rap life is a cap life. How everybody got their bands up, they living life and all that shit. But when you really, because people just post their highlights
every time.
You feel me? Like you don't see the struggle. You don't see the grind. You don't see none of the shit they go through. So I had to make that song to let people know that as much as you see from rappers, a lot of this shit ain't real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least with some people. Let me put that out there. Because, like, with some people, it is.
Yeah.
It's a life. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas really out here doing this shit. But then you got people that live in a facade.
It's interesting. Now that you're talking about this, I feel like people only post their highlights in terms of, like, pictures and videos, all of the successes. But in the music, it's the complete opposite.
It's the opposite. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's because I feel like people want to see you come from nothing to something. You know what I'm saying? So if you already got it, you kind of spoon fed, and it's like, well, we trying to live through you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we want to see you come from the bottom, so we can root for you. Like kind of like we your squad, we your team. You feel me? We want to feel like we a part of your success. But if we feel like your parents already had, diamonds, and cars, and money and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I come from. I come from the struggle, the hood.
Right.
But we had to boil water to take a bath. Like,
right.
For real.
So what do you want people to get from you as an artist?
That's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, because I'm an all-around artist. And I know people say that all the time, but I'm really an all-around artist. So, like, I got music where it's just trap. That's
Let me be clear. He just did 2 mic drops, and I already know that's the truth.
No, facts.
We went from this side of the spectrum all the way to this side of the spectrum in about 3 minutes. I was like, same guy? Okay.
No, facts. And it'll go from Bandupsick to Bandupsick, because Bandupsick Holyfield is like my persona, where it's just like, it's the street me. When I'm in the streets, I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's without saying too much, it's the nitty gritty, it's the raw, it's the, you know what I'm saying, the big boss, the big homie, the big dog, the you know what I'm saying, like that's him. And you got Bandupsick, which is kind of like the ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? He like the one that make the set songs, and he make the godly music, the reggaeton music.
Reggaeton?
Yeah, the reggaeton.
What you know about that reggaeton? Okay.
And then
I gotta hear that side too.
You really got to. Then you got El Bando.
Is there a song out right now in that lane that we need to listen to?
In reggaeton? Nah, it was, but shout out to Ray. Ray made me take it down. Ray,
we gonna find another one to put out.
CEO First Class Ray, he made me take it down. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he said, you know what? You can't put that out yet.
No, you wasn't ready.
They wasn't ready for it yet. So when I put it out, he said take it down. And he like, we gotta put it out in waves because I got so many sounds. Yeah. He like, giving me Banda first, then we gonna give him some other shit. Cause I rap in Spanish too.
Wow.
You feel me? That's
Are you fluent? Dímelo, papi.
I'm practicing.
Okay.
I'm practicing.
That's good.
So,
That's good. The best way to learn other languages is actually through music.
That's what I'm doing. I ain't gonna lie. I use Google Translator, and then I also use Duolingo.
Yeah. My kid sister, she's 10. She's on Duolingo.
Yeah.
She's real serious.
What's up? I ain't gonna lie. That shit hit. Like, it teach you a lot. Like, and I can say sentences now. I can form different words. When I go into like the little Spanish market, I be talking.
That's good. You gotta get through when
I'll be just really respectful at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
My aunt, she's not too much older than us, but she learned, I think 5 extra languages.
Oh shit!
Almost exclusively through music.
Oh.
She's fluent in 7.
Damn.
So yeah.
She hard.
She's way more worldly than all.
I'm trying to learn Arabic, but I ain't gonna lie, that shit hard.
Yeah.
Cause I'm Muslim, so I feel like I want to read the Quran in Arabic, but I I feel like it's kind of hard, you know, because
I mean, reading. Obviously, I read the Bible, but reading those types of texts are hard in your own language.
Yeah.
To get through and to even understand what they're saying, so I can't imagine
in another language. Exactly.
And I must ask. I asked all of the hard questions. What is one misconception or one thing that you wish people could understand about your religion?
I feel like that Jesus was a prophet and not the Son of God. You know, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people kind of get, you know, misconstrued, because a lot of people say that Jesus was the Son of God. But we as Muslims, we believe that Jesus was like a prophet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The monad God, the one God, Allah, he's of light.
Okay.
So we can't have, you know, physical reincarnation.
Like human children,
like
right?
human children, exactly. But he has prophets.
Okay.
Like the prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
Was his last prophet. So we believe that.
Okay. So Muhammad.
Yeah. So
the last prophet.
The last prophet, you know, was Muhammad. You know, with the Muslims. So that's what we believe. That's the last prophet. In order to be accepted into being a Muslim, you know, you have to accept that Muhammad was, you know, Allah's last prophet. You know, that he, you know, brought here to leave one of his messages. You know, for a few of his messages.
Okay.
So
I don't want to get too deep into this. Y'all just gonna turn it off. But in terms of like, I don't know if you know as much about the Christian side, but the 12 apostles. Yeah. I would kind of think that would be similar. His prophets.
Yeah, some
and
similar.
The apostles.
Yeah, okay. It's something similar. You know what I'm saying? I used to be Christian before I was Muslim.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think what really made me convert into being Muslim was I started to find out that the God of the Bible is like the God of this world who created the material world. But he's not the one true God. You know, he's like an ignorant God that is jealous, rageful, wrathful, vengeful. I mean, when you start to read into the Bible,
the wrath.
You start to read about certain things like Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, Noah's flood, Eve,
and my cramps.
Yeah, you start to read about, you know, just different things like even Abraham, how Abraham couldn't have a son until he was about 100 and some years old, and then God ended up, you know, testing him by making him take his son to the highest mountain.
So those things don't exist in your religion.
They go coincide, but it's a little different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, it'll be a long story to get into. Yeah. But that's kind of how, you know.
It's like a different person telling the story.
Exactly.
Well, we can pick up on that anytime at Bible study. But for the people who tuned in for the Ox Connect, we did talk about your R&B side. Yeah. So I must say, what is the song called? Many Times?
Yeah, Many Times. Yeah.
That's my favorite one so far.
I appreciate it.
My favorite genre is hood love songs. Okay. So I felt that one was speaking to me. Okay. You said, actually, you know what? You said one, I'm too busy going forward, I ain't going back. And that was the first one that caught me. And then I kept listening, and almost every single line after that was a quotable. Yeah. Like, every single bar was a caption for an Instagram post or something like that.
No, facts.
I really appreciated that. There's not a lot of music that consistently is just like, oh, that's good. Oh, wait, that's good. No, that's better.
Many Times is real. It's part of a project I got called Therapeutic Healing. So I did this project. It's called Therapeutic Healing. I feel like okay, so let me break it down. Rappers rap about everything that to me is not all the way they like. Yeah. And then me personally, I go through so much shit in my life to where it's just like, I need to express what I'm going through personally. So like many times, it's like many times I've been through this and that. So many times I've been through, family members not fucking with me because, they don't want, they want money from me, or, they won't answer their phone if I ain't giving them money, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going forward. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forward because, I just been stuck in a place in my life to where I was so worried about other people.
Story of my life.
That I couldn't even really worry about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, when you get to that point in your life and then you doing good and everybody else wants you to just bring them with you,
yep.
You kind of get to the point where you start disconnecting. So I many times like my disconnection notice. Like Comcast cut you off, or like AT&T, Verizon. So I just gave everybody, the eviction notice. You know what I'm saying?
This is good. You're speaking therapy to me right now.
Yeah, for real.
For sure. I just listened to, there's this song, it's an old song that reminds me of COVID when I was like not sleeping and going on runs at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's Coi Leray and Fetty Wap, which is so random.
I love Fetty.
I love Fetty Wap.
I used to get
forever.
so many Fetty references.
I believe that. It's valid. But I love Fetty Wap. I am from the East Coast. So whenever he did that record, it was during COVID and I had it on repeat because it was called Better Days.
Yeah.
And he has this one line where it's like, I can't have a dog who can't even feed himself because all he do is take. And I said, that's good. And then Coy's line was, I can't love a boy who doesn't love himself.
Exactly.
Because it's never going to go my way.
No.
And that is kind of what you were just talking about, I feel.
Yeah. No, for real.
It clicked for me.
And it's like, even with like relationships, right? When you look at relationships, how you be having like the homies say, bros, over hoes, this and that. I feel all that, but I'm at the same time like, look, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I can't do things that I can do with my girl that I can do with you. That's like the homie.
Yeah.
So like, if you're not loyal to your girl, how the fuck can I be loyal to you?
Anybody.
You gonna be loyal to me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, she got your back harder than anything. Like, she can do so much shit with you that I can't. Like, I don't get it. So it's like, when you come to me and you like, oh man, fuck shawty, it's just like, but how? Cause she might be helping you with rent, helping you spiritually, financially, mentally, physically. I mean, feeding your spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you sit there and you tell me that you can't mess with her and his bros and this and that, it's just like, bro, this is the same person that won't even leave you on your books.
Right.
I got a homie in jail right now that's going through that right now. Shout out to Rich Blood. He's dealing with the shit that I'm talking about right now, to where homies don't even send him nothing. Mm-hmm. People that known him before I even met him. And I met him like 3 years ago, and I done dropped bread on his books consistently. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it just goes back to just show like his wife holds him down.
And that's rare. So like, I feel like when you find that, it's also way too rare to have the mindset that you have.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of, I love Gucci and Keisha.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of Keishas and it's not a lot of Gucci's.
Or Lauren.
It's not a lot of Lauren's.
Like,
it's not a lot of Nips. So that's how you know I'm from the East Coast. Yeah. Grew up in Florida. I'm from South. Gucci and Keisha, Lauren and Nip. Either way, it's the same thing. And like, I feel like, especially the YN population, like anybody under like maybe 27, just has this mentality, and it's like just such, women are the enemy. It's and destructive. Yeah. And I went to church last night.
Okay.
And my sister, she's a choreographer and dancer, if you ever need one.
Yeah.
She was in the dance piece at the beginning, and then they had a guest pastor do the Mother's Day women's service.
Okay.
And nobody in the room knew her. This is her first time speaking to everybody. And she went straight for, like, I might step on toes. And I might piss some people off here, but I'm here to tell the truth, and if I give you love without truth, then that love is a lie.
It's a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she was going on this route of femininity in the future is female, all this thing, that's teaching these boys that they're useless.
Yeah.
They don't have a place.
Yeah.
There's, you know, we can do everything without you. That's not how it was designed to be.
Nah.
And then on the other end, it's she's toxic. She's just a sexual being. Like there's nothing above that. There's nothing else. And she asked, like, I think it was like her grandson. She's like, what does this quote mean to you? The future is female. He was like, I guess that means that I don't matter. That's not my future.
I look at it like this. Social media has ruined the perception of what people should be looking at in reality. Mm-hmm. You know, you got some of these girls that do things that they shouldn't be doing.
Right.
And then you have other girls that have never done it that look up to these people.
Right.
You know, and then it creates this false sense of hope in reality.
Yeah.
You know, and they feel like that.
The goals are distorted. The roles are distorted. It's just like living in the valley, driving from the valley to my office every day. I was really so fucking motivated. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Like, this shit is real. This ain't a movie. I saw it in a movie, but it's real.
I didn't even think California or Hollywood was a real thing until
I didn't either.
Thank you. Thank you.
I came here.
So where to go?
I felt like, okay.
It's just
I thought that shit was a movie set.
That's crazy.
I thought that shit was a movie set.
No.
You know what? I forgot he's a Virgo.
That's a lifestyle.
There's a lot of similar shit going on.
No, facts.
Virgo.
I didn't know how you thought. Like, I came out here Instacart and saw that shit.
We good?
You ready?
Yeah. Always ready. And then we'll circle back to the music, and then is that next person wasn't coming anymore, right? Regardless. Okay. So the other one comes at 5.
It's 4:20.
So you never know. 6. Okay.
But they both recorded. I haven't even listened.
Oh, we recording. Are we green? We green. We green.
I'm green.
Okay. So another one of the things that she mentioned though was, I don't know why I didn't look into this statistic myself.
Okay. Men
between 25 and 34, suicide rates are through the fucking roof. Through the fucking roof.
It is.
And we did take a little intermission. We spoke about, preaching to the younger population, to the youth.
The YNs.
Specifically the
YNs.
I feel like you would be a really great person for that because it's so necessary.
Yeah.
Like, me personally, y'all can cancel me, I don't care. I have been adversely affected by young black males who don't believe in or take care of their mental health. And I have done everything that I possibly can in every relationship I've ever been in to cater to, nourish, a book, a therapy, let's do it together, like whatever you need.
Yeah.
A spa day, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I don't do that. I'm not gonna go get a pedicure. I'm not gonna go to therapy. It is just such a resistance.
I'm gonna speak on that. I feel like in our community specifically, especially where I come from, in Chicago, it's frowned upon. I'm gonna tell you why. We have so many people in our community that look at us as like gladiators, right? It's like the Coliseum. And Chicago is wrong. Well, let's just say the Midwest, West Coast, East Coast.
Yeah.
It's wrong. So when you have somebody that's trying to be more like a woman in their eyes, because women get their nails done. Women talk to therapy. Yeah. Women express their feelings. Women come emotionally.
My ex literally told me, he's like, I'm not getting a pedicure, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah. So it brings a sense of discernment to a man.
Yeah.
But not a real man. Let me speak on this.
Speak on it.
So a real man knows how to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Before they want.
Yep.
A real man will go and get their nails done with their woman. Clear coat, whether it's regular, whether it's clear polish, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? We're not talking about the niggas who get their nails painted black, gold, pink, whatever. That's
just like actual self-care.
Actual self-care.
Vanity.
Like, we don't want to see with them dirty ass nails, folks. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying how you picking out my food with dirty nails and shit.
Right.
Your girl don't want you sticking your finger in her with dirty nails. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just being real. You feel what I'm saying? All I can be.
Yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, not only is self-care in that aspect, right, for like physical attributes, but you have to think about mental health as well. So in our community, to talk to somebody about your problems, like what we call them is shrinks.
It's like a weakness.
It's a weakness. It's a form of weakness. And it's frowned upon. You almost looked at as, you know, a person that's, you know, under the average dominant male. But at the end of the day, we all are traumatized.
Yep.
We all live through childhood traumas. We all have triggers in traumas. We all been through some sort of trauma when we were young as kids. And it just keeps going up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you deal with, you know, certain aspects of the black community and the brown community as well, you know, we are taught not to speak about our problems because it could be related to snitching. It could be related to as
telling the family
telling
business.
the family business. It could be relayed as, you know, just talking too much in general. But at the end of the day, now you're holding in trauma.
And you're pushing it down.
You're pushing it down. Your vibration levels inside of your soul is lowering itself. So your chakras are lowering and lowering and lowering. And you're wondering why you keep experiencing the same type of situations that you're going through in life.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes that pain needs to come out. You know, what's deeply held inside and deeply rooted, it needs an exit. It needs some sort of way to get out. You know, it's okay to cry as a man. You know? So,
I don't want to interrupt because I want to hear everything you have to say, but I get a lot of, I work with artists, obviously. I get a lot of, well, music is my therapy.
Yeah.
And I love that because music is therapeutic, for sure. Listening to, creating, in every aspect of creation.
Dark music.
But it's the same thing as journaling.
Yeah.
You're pouring it out, you're throwing it at the wall, you're spitting it out, but you're not getting feedback. You're not getting the questions or the work or the roadmap of what therapy is.
Or the understanding.
Exactly. You're just spitting it out.
You're just talking about shit that you hear other people talk about. Because that's the guidance that you go off of. You know? And it's like, so example, if NBA YoungBoy talked about shooting his ops, get down on his ops, getting with girls and doing this and that, then you feel like relieving that pain is doing that.
Yeah.
That's not it. He's still lost. He's still young. Hence his name.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it's like at the end of the day, you have to release some of this trauma and some of this pain through a different outlet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like to each his own. Everybody needs to take time to do it. Sometimes it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it takes, you know, that extra step of somebody to kind of show you that. And we don't have mentors in our life. All our big homies want us to sell drugs.
Yeah.
They want us on the streets. They want us out here shooting people that they got into it with. I mean, it's crazy.
This is where a good woman comes in.
It is. I mean, think about it. Your girl wants you at home, right?
Where it's safe.
Where it's safe. She gonna buy you that video game so you can stay at home. She gonna cook you that meal. She gonna rub your feet. She gonna rub your back. Yes. She gonna make sure when your day hard that you ain't fighting in the house after you got to fighting against the world. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people have looked at social media and these girls who look good and all this extra shit and they go on trips and want a nigga to spend money on them. That's not the girl that you need in your life.
Right.
You need the girl that's for you. The girl that like you, not who you like.
That's good.
That's key.
That's good. And in the Christian community, we can say a Proverbs 31 woman.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like...
And I don't want this to be we're talking about men because it's a men issue. No, it's an everybody issue. It's a teen, it's a childhood issue, it's an adult issue, it's a woman issue.
At the end of the day.
Exactly.
Men are leaders.
He's reading my mind, you know why? Because we're Virgos.
Literally, men are leaders. So if the women are doing things incorrectly, guess who's leading them to do it incorrectly? Mm-hmm. It's the men.
And then that's why daddy issues are so detrimental to whether it's a daughter or a son. So detrimental because there was nobody leading the pack.
The pack. I got an issue with that myself. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen my daughter in 3 years.
Wow.
You know, and it's not by choice. Yeah. You know, I send emails to my.
You didn't even have to say that. I already knew that. I believe that.
It's crazy. Like I try my best to be in her life, but you have some women that are so lost with guidance, even though they've had a mom and a dad figure in their life. The relationship can hurt them so much that they would use a child to hurt you.
And that's the thing, honestly, like when I first thought about becoming a lawyer, I thought that it would be family law because that's where you help the kids.
Exactly.
It's not.
It's not.
That's where you use the kid as a pawn to hurt somebody.
To hurt somebody.
Yeah. And I really do, like, my dad raised me by himself.
Yeah.
After my mom pieced out, like, my dad raised me by himself, and that is a very rare story. I'm his only child, like, it was me and him. It was hard.
I bet.
But without him...
My dad raised me by myself as well. My mom was there. That's crazy.
Wow. Twins. Like, who would have thought?
That's crazy.
But it's like, and because of him, I'm an attorney.
Yeah.
I have not been to jail. I have not, you know, I'm not a baby mama. Like all these things because my father led our entire family. Yep.
So you have men that make babies and they abandon.
Mm-hmm. Abandon or abuse.
Or abuse. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in my situation, I did everything that I could, you know what I'm saying, to keep my family around. I'm not perfect. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and, you know, act like I'm just this AI robot that was created by Elon Musk and Bill Gates. You feel what I'm saying? I have my own flaws. We all do. That's what makes us human. But at the end of the day, if a man really wants to be with his family, it's for all you women out there looking. Regardless financially, if the man is financially able to support his family or not, you should at least give him the time. Yeah. Because money is just something that's put here to take care of a family.
Yeah, it's a tool.
It's a tool. But you can have all the money in the world and still not raise a child the right way. Because you're not up here and you're not in here.
Yeah. We see that on the internet every day.
Every day. So it's like, at the end of the day, a lot of women need to understand that if you have somebody that's willingly and wanting to be in their kid's life, let them.
Let them. Exactly.
Let them.
And I like, oh my gosh, we really could be on here forever. Like, there's a couple things, like, and this is what the lady at the church was saying. Yeah. She also doesn't get into this whole femininity thing. I've been saying this for a long time. I am not a feminist.
Okay.
I do not believe that I should be on the front lines of the army or the football team or the things. I should be. I should have a career, for sure. But I should be at my home making dinner for my husband and taking care of my kids as well.
Yes.
And I feel like that is lost on the women's end.
It is.
Because it's just like they want to either be the male so bad or they don't believe they should be doing these things because what the fuck are you doing for me?
It's like this, right? Women feel like they want a man that's doing better than them. So in that sense, like if your man is a trying man, but you feel like he's not living up to your standards, you're going to leave him nowadays in society.
Yeah.
Because he's not A, making money, B, he's not living up to social media standards. Not your standards, social media standards. It's just because you're watching Christian's video over here where she's taking 6 vacations a month, going to Spain, Thailand, whoever. She ain't showing you who's taking her there though. Mm-hmm. So you thinking Christian doing it on her own. So you feel like that, Catherine should be taking you to these places and shit, but you don't even see you taking Christian. You think Christian doing it on her own. Whole time Christian got something else going on. But Christian not happy with herself.
Yeah, and this honestly goes back to the Lauren and Nip, Gucci and Keisha. Like you thought Keisha didn't think about like, damn, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to.
How long was Gucci locked up?
A long time. And
how much money did Gucci get?
He gave her what, like $2 million. She turned around, made it like something crazy, like $50 million.
Come on.
Don't quote me on the numbers, but she really made a decision. She chose to submit to her man and multiply what he gave to her, because women are not just nurturers, they're multipliers.
For sure.
Whatever you
life.
give a woman, she will multiply.
And she's gonna make it better.
Yes.
You put a woman in a house, that woman is gonna make that household better.
And decorated.
Come on.
Smell good.
All
clean,
of that.
Everything.
You ain't gonna need to buy boxes for yourself as much as a woman is.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna wash your clothes as much as a woman is.
Mm-hmm.
Cook food. You're not gonna do things that a woman will do as a man.
Right.
So I feel like as a man, we need to understand that we need women.
Yeah. And as women, we obviously need men too.
That's what twin flames come in.
But don't take that for you need another person to complete you.
No.
You're happy.
No. Like who likes you.
That's
I'm
a good
keep
one.
saying that. Because y'all be into the whole thing of, I like this person.
Let me get them.
Because they look good. Maybe got a BBL. Maybe got this and that. And then you like the man because he got chains on, grill in his mouth, holding racks of money that come from here to here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but do they like you? That's the question. That's a real question.
Right.
And if they don't like you,
right.
I've
had someone ask me, like, in terms of, like, there's a person up here at this level, at this status.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what have they ever done for you? And I sit there like, can't think of anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's just like, you want that. You'll do anything for it. But what did they do
for you?
To you, around you?
Not even monetarily.
Not exactly.
Because we're not talking about monetarily. Like, anybody can pass you some money.
Yeah.
How are they treating their soul?
Right.
That's the key.
Right.
And it's like, I can cheat on you and give you some money, right? You be mad, but then you be happy. Because you're like, okay, I'm upset that he did this. But I'm also happy because broke niggas do this all the time, but at least he give me money and he's doing it. But at the end of the day, he's not feeding you spiritually. He's not feeding the very essence of the chakra that you have inside of you, your spiritual vibrations. He's not vibrating your energy to go to the next level. He's not excelling you to become whole with him. We were once one intertwined being.
I'm a rib. The same.
When we fell from the sparks of divinity, we became male and female when we used to be together. So the purpose of being here is to find your twin flame, so that you can be together. So when you go off and you go and mess with all these females, sticking your, what I would call, energetic cycle into another person's energetic chamber. Because women have energetic chambers. We have energetic cycles. Your energetic chamber holds my energetic cycle for over 7 years.
Whoa! Well, at least everybody from 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago, they done fell off the credit score. Y'all no longer affect me. I gotta revisit my last 7 years.
Women be wondering why they feel some kind of way.
Why their life is going crazy.
All kind of shit.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's because you have so many energetic cycles entering your energetic chamber.
So, I feel like And this may sound stupid to somebody in education, but I feel like if things were explained in this manner, in like sex ed in school, things would be a lot different.
Maybe.
I think it really would, because everything is so. We didn't even have sex ed in my school. I never even heard. Nobody talked to me. My parents didn't talk to me. Nobody did nothing.
I think it stopped after a while.
Yeah, like nothing. And so I feel like if this was a perspective, not the a perspective, instead of don't have sex.
Don't have sex. Yeah, it's like
or you know, protect yourself, or abstinence, or whatever it is, birth control, all these things. Like, yeah, those things are cool. They're scientific. They're valid. They're facts.
Yeah.
But if this was told to me before I started having sex,
you have a different mindset.
I would have a different mindset. I would have a different, like, I feel like I would be more vigilant, more cautious of like what is around this person, what is going on.
Birth control didn't exist, right? And you didn't. So now birth control doesn't exist. So you don't have the ability to get rid of unwanted seed. Now you have to choose who you mate with.
Wisely.
Wisely. We be in a whole different conversation at this point.
Very different.
You see what I'm saying? So I say this to my young, beautiful, black, brown, white, whatever race, color, energetic, energy cycle, and whatever level you're on. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. You know, because at the end of the day, the energy you put out into the world comes full circle.
Wow.
You know?
I didn't know we was going to get anywhere that we got so far. But I appreciate these conversations. And this interview, if whoever's watching, send it to somebody else, because it's a lot of gems.
Sometimes you need to hear this shit, because a lot of people talk about guns, violence, and all this. We don't talk about the shit that really hits our soul.
Yeah, and it's almost day to day. Like, everything we talked about is day to day.
Yeah.
And it's just not important enough to think about.
It's not. And the things we think are important really ain't.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
Shit. Okay. I feel like we could just, you know, continue on this path, but the important piece here is you.
Okay.
And your music and your career.
Yeah.
I know you've had a lot of great collaborations so far.
Oh, yeah.
You told me that you have a bunch of projects on the way.
A bunch.
What's next for you?
So, I would say right now, we dropping singles, right?
Okay.
I shot 7 music videos.
In how long?
In like the last 3 weeks.
Holy shit.
Literally. We still got 3 more to shoot, so it's gonna be 10 all together.
My managerial ass went straight to budget. Like,
Nah, it was a hell of a budget. Shout out to Billy, man. You know, my cameraman. He really went crazy. He editing them right now. I got 2 back. We got like 5 and come back in like 3 2.
Listen, this the rose gold drip down. Listen, he got the budget. But
no, we got it.
The 7 projects, or the 7 singles, already have the video.
Already got the video. And it's not even one lane. So we got 3 songs that are in the therapeutic healing lane.
Okay.
Then we got 2 trap songs in the bandit lane. We got 1 song which is kind of like in a more like a playful kind of lane.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like maybe like radio-ish.
I say more like Eminem kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That kind of playful lane.
Fun fact about me. Yeah. Back in LimeWire days, I had every single Eminem record that there ever was to ever have. Eminem, Wayne, Nicki, Gucci, and Plies. Because I grew up in Florida.
That was my favorite rapper.
Those were my top 5.
Like the Eminem show was like the classic album.
You been to his to a concert before?
Nah.
Me neither.
I've never been to like no rappers concerts. I ain't gonna lie, like none, like 0. I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm easily influenced.
I knew you were gonna say that.
On sound.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
so you don't listen to other
listen to other people's music. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me sound like them.
Yeah.
And it's hard in this day and age to create your own sound if you constantly listen to other people.
Very true.
You know, so I don't go to people's concerts or nothing. Not because I don't want to. I'm a fan of a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like that's the reason. But anyways, I got the Eminem, like kind of Eminem. It's an Eminem sugar free. You know sugar free up here in Cali? Yeah, kind of like kind of like that sound. Then we shot more like an R&B. You know, like R&B.
Of course.
Yeah. Shout out to Athena. You know what I'm saying? She came for one of my videos. She's like a industry video fiction model out here.
Anyone named Athena,
yeah.
I just automatically, I'm just...
No, she's a goddess, for real. For real. So I fuck with her. I met her from my best friend, Lulu. Shout out to Lulu, you know what I'm saying? She played me with a lot of people out there. And she's with the Brown community. You know what I'm saying? Spanish, Mamacita, who, you know, I met her like 2 years ago, and she just kind of like showed me a different side of like women.
I love that.
Like that. For real, like bossy, but still she holds you down if you got her. You feel what I'm saying? So I love her. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the homie. You feel what I'm saying? So, but anyways, we shot that video, and then after that we got 3 more to shoot.
So are all the 7 singles dropping this summer, this year?
It's kind of in the air. So Rob, who's my manager, shout out to Rob. For real. Rob been my manager since I met him in like 3 years ago.
So
He it kind of got to go through him first, and then it also has to go through Ray, First Class. Ray is actually the label owner for Kaylin, for real.
Okay.
So like he also is behind my projects and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta like get everything clear through management. He's management as well. So I let them.
This is my favorite kind of artist. That is my favorite kind of artist. My God.
Nah, for real.
I've thankfully never dealt with the manager horror stories that I hear all the time. I have really wonderful clients. But that right there is important.
No, they good. I ain't gonna lie. Like I fuck with Ray the long way. Like Ray, that's my guy. Like that's my bread and butter. And Rob, I ain't gonna lie, that's my heart right there. Like Rob.
Is Ray also from LA?
Yeah, Ray from LA. For sure. Him and Rob grew up together. That's how I met Ray. Like they was homies, and Rob introduced me to Ray, and that kind of came together. So both of them is like my hearts. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, 2 people that really care about what you got going on, really believing, really want to see you succeed. Because a lot of people don't want to see you succeed out there.
Right.
You know, so shout out to them, man. Yeah.
Do you believe that you could ever successfully do what you aim to do without a team?
Nah.
You heard it here first.
Nah, I don't believe it's possible. I feel like that's selfish, number one. It's self-centered. I feel like it's egotistical.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot.
It's a lot.
At the end of the day, it's just too much for you. If in my careers, both in management and in law, both ways, like your job is to be on the mic or in front of the camera or both. Yeah. That is your job.
Exactly.
Anything that is not that should not be in your day-to-day calendar.
I can hit y'all up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
See?
Management. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, the proper etiquette and the proper team will get you further in life.
Yeah.
Even having a proper girl, proper diet, proper all of that, it will get you further in life. You know what I'm saying? So I said to say, like, artists, man, stop trying to do the show on your own. Stop saying you ain't finna pay for shit. Stop being cheap. What you put in, what you get out.
Yeah.
Stop saying, oh, you charging me. Like, stop being broke.
Everybody, it's interesting dynamic because everybody wants to be
a star.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be rich so bad.
They don't want to pay
but they don't want to spend money.
That's crazy.
They want to get into the event for free.
Yeah.
They want to get into the club for free. They want to do these things for free.
Yeah.
What have you done for yourself for these other people to do anything for you?
How are you going to ask? So it's like this, right? I'm going to sit up for this. How are you going to ask for someone to invest in you You ain't even invested in your goddamn self. I gotta laugh at that. Cause it's like, come on, bro.
And that's not even just music. That's like life.
It's life. You
in
smoke
a relationship,
$100.
your family.
You drinking lean that costs $100. You didn't smoke ounce after ounce after ounce that costs hundreds of dollars. You didn't spend money on bitches and restaurants and the rides and all this shit, renting shit. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me you can't pay for a music video? You can't pay for an interview at the Oscar Net?
Yep.
You can't pay for a mic drop. You can't pay for shit that you need that's gonna help you further your career. Like, come on.
I seen someone post the other day. It was like, I went on 3 dates this month and I spent $700 and I don't even talk to any of the girls anymore.
That's crazy.
But y'all can't pay for yourself to have a career that you wanted. You wanted to do this career.
Them girls won.
Right. Okay? Like, I'm sorry it didn't work out. I'm sorry you lost $1,200. Not my problem. I like food.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't take girls off on the first day. We go to boba.
I love boba. Simple. You seen how happy I got when Shorty brought me a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Simple thing.
If we bad about the boba, I'll take you to Root Chris. Whatever.
That's good. That's a good tactic. Like, people want to go all out day one, and you may never hear from this person again.
I might not even like you at Root Chris. You might be annoying to the waitress to me. You might talk shit to the waitress. You might have came in here looking real ratchet. Can't be seen with you. Literally.
I love it.
I gotta give you a test run first, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like driving a car.
That's good.
You don't go to the dealership and just pull off the lot as soon as you see the car, do you?
Yeah. You don't get a Lamborghini for your first car when you're 16. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, test drive that hoe.
But I know also I got some tea about a movie that you've done.
Oh yeah.
Okay, y'all got some like Memphis connects.
Yeah, no. Shout out to NLE Chopper, man. We did some shit with NLE. Shout out to Angie. You know, me and Angie, we've been working on this. We had our differences in the movie. I love Angie though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we had a misunderstanding with some of the things.
Happens.
But at the end of the day, it's number love with Angie. Shout out to Elisa, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Elisa who wrote the movie.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Elisa is, that's my baby. She wrote the movie. She did her thing. Angie directed the movie. She helped direct the movie anyway. She had the budget put together. She got NLE on there. Like, they put it together. I don't know when the movie's going to drop. It's been almost a year since we filmed.
Okay.
I think they're still waiting on certain things, like Chopper.
It's a lot of production.
There's a lot of shit going on with it. But, man, shout out to them, man, for real.
That's exciting, though.
I think it's called Street Ties or something like that. But it's dope. I don't know what all scenes they kept. Mm-hmm. I whacked some people in the movie. I did some shit.
I was just going to ask what they actually doing.
I was like NLE Chopper, big homie in the movie.
Really?
Yeah. Cool. So, like, they had me like, man, was main characters.
I think he is hilarious. Like, I met him once.
Coolest nigga in the world.
Yeah, and like I see him do interviews and talk about God and talk about like things that we've been talking about, really. And I think outside of the facade, outside of the slut me out, I think he's a
crazy
genuine
about
guy.
that song. He let me hear that song before it come out. When I heard that shit in the car, we was in a black truck. Played it. If I was a bad bitch, I would fuck me too. So what you think about that? I said, cuz, watch you go up from this song. That nigga went up.
It did.
He went up.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. Shout out to NLE Chopper, man.
Right. I don't know if you would know this song. He has a song called Forever. It's right in my favorite genre, hood love songs.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That is one of my favorite songs to this day. It's old as hell.
It's old. I was just gonna say that song old. Yeah.
I said, baby girl, hold me. Listen.
And now Lee, to me, is probably one of the hardest Memphis rappers.
Yeah, and know, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know he was from Memphis until like this month.
Oh shit.
I knew he was from the South somewhere, but I didn't specifically know where he was from. For some reason.
He in that same bracket that's like Big Scar. Can you got some Big Scar? Like Boo Shiesty now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like
Who else from Memphis? Moneybag?
Moneybag. You got Young Dolph. Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? You got Finesse 2 Times, Glorilla. You know, all those Memphis artists. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Memphis for real.
Have you collaborated with some females?
Yeah, so I collaborated with Audie Strip. Shout out to Audie Strip. You know what I'm saying? She from Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I like to collaborate with artists that ain't too big. I have big artists I collaborate with. I collaborate with artists that's on the level of coming up. You know what I'm saying? And cause I'm a writer also, and I'm a producer, and I'm also a songwriter. So it allows me to dive into your world. Okay. See where you coming from. And then I'm able to help with your vision.
Instead of fitting into whatever.
Yeah. Because like, it's one thing to work with somebody who already made it. You already got it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's beautiful to work with artists that have like not came into this industry yet.
But are also dedicated.
They're dedicated though. Serious. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Audie, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she cold. Shout out to Amity from Minnesota as well. Female artist, cold. She got a song called Stardust gonna come out banging. I ain't gonna lie, like shorty cold. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. And she does all her shit, like, yeah. So like shout out to her.
So we met some good people out in Minnesota.
I met some good people in Minnesota. Minnesota is so underrated. And I say this because I want Minnesota to really hear me when I say this. Like, Bobby Raps came from Minnesota. He's cold. You got Bishop. You know, I went to school with him. He cold. He even wrote songs for I don't know how many people out here. You know what I'm saying? You got Lexi. She passed away. R.I.P. She was with Kalani.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And she was real big going there. You know what I'm saying? And there's like, so I keep going. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of 50 Tyson. You ever heard of 50 Tyson? Nah.
I'm gonna go back.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm 50 Tyson. You ain't heard?
No, but now I need to know.
So like, okay, 50 Tyson started the wave of like funny rap to me. Okay. When you think of like J.J. Icefield, you heard of him?
Yes.
All that shit started with 50 Tyson. Like literally, he was the first one. Kevin Hart put on his shit.
So I feel like if you showed me, then I would know.
You probably would know.
Now I feel like
you would know 50 Tyson. He was big, like for real, for real.
I'm going back and checking.
Like for real, for real. 50 was big. So like, shout out to 50 Tyson. He was my hardest for him out too. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, Soda got so much talent, man.
So if there was anything else in this entire world, you never dove into the music industry.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you could imagine yourself doing as a career?
If I wasn't doing music, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably be driving trucks.
Like CDL?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
You like to drive?
Yeah, I like to drive. Remember we were talking about this earlier. You feel me? I like to see scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Different cinematic views. Okay. I like to go from point A to point B, stay at point B, come to point C, go back to point A. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not gonna complain about the drive?
I'm not gonna complain. I'm good. Okay. Like, I love that shit. Like, I'm out here, I'm outside. But like, I'm outside.
Do you prefer a solo drive or a group trip?
It depends. You know what I'm saying?
On who the people are?
You already knew!
People in my car. Somebody gonna get left on the side of the highway. I've done it.
You already knew!
That was a setup question, I guess.
Shit.
When I was on the East Coast, I did drive a lot. Like, I actually used to enjoy it. I would go from Florida to Pennsylvania, Atlanta, the Carolinas, whatever.
I'm sorry, no disrespect to Pennsylvania, but y'all police
Pennsylvania.
Bullshit,
I agree.
So I ain't gonna lie. They gave me some warrants and some shit and
I believe that.
Yeah.
Everything that there is to say about Pennsylvania, I believe you.
You can't even get off the you can't even get on the highway without paying to get on the highway. Like, I've never seen that before.
It's a very interesting place. It's like Louisiana in terms of their legal system is under civil law.
Yeah.
it's like a whole different world.
It's
I feel
crazy.
like Pennsylvania is one of those same sort of places.
New York is similar.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, but I think
different countries.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I love New York though. I'm gonna say why I love New York. Because New York is like, okay, you got Manhattan, right? You got the Bronx, you got the Queens, and you got like all the surrounding areas. But you got Times Square, which is kind of Manhattan at the same time. In Times Square, you can probably catch 3,000 to 10,000 people at any time or any day, just walking, literally. And it's like you can find all the labels there, all the entrepreneurs. Like if I don't care if you rap, sing, do art, dance, choreography, you sell bread. Goddamn it, you can go to work at Times Square. Yeah. Like it's so many people you can make money.
Yeah, I feel like if you're money motivated, the only options is New York or LA.
Yeah.
Maybe Miami.
Maybe Miami. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Miami.
Yeah, my kind of vibe.
Miami. Yeah, and Atlanta too. Though I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta busing, and I will say a lot of sour lemons have went to Atlanta and kind of fucked it up, but it's still that place. Yeah, for real.
I went for my first time, like to do things last year, and I had a really, really, really great time. I'm not even gonna tell you where I ended up, what I was going, but Atlanta.
Was
yes.
in Atlanta? Okay,
Atlanta,
yeah. I fuck with Atlanta. Just Marietta. I like Marietta and Alpharetta.
Okay.
I love Alpharetta.
So he's national. What about international? What's your favorite?
I ain't never been out the country. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So we have to do another interview after you start.
I got my passport now.
Oh, so then you don't even need a real ID.
I'm back to travel this year.
Okay.
And we got to go to a couple of places, but I want to go to Dubai this year.
Immediately.
I want to go to Saudi Arabia.
I'm scared of Dubai, Saudi, like those places because
so friendly.
My dad, he literally told me, he's like, don't go. You're going to get arrested for yelling.
No.
I'm like,
no, it's not like that. Those people are beautiful people.
Yeah.
Like Australia, I want to go there so bad. Those are beautiful. Yeah. I have followers from all these places. They are beautiful people. Like I talk to these people on the daily. Like they are beautiful people. Like even Ukraine, I got my producer that made 3 minutes of that we just played, and the other song. His name's Myron. Shout out to Myron.
They're both from out there?
He's from Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
Where the war is right now with Russia and Ukraine.
And he's still doing music?
Beautiful person.
That's amazing.
Doing music, everything. Like these people are beautiful in the world. Don't let the narrative spin you. Like these people are beautiful. Yeah. We have real beautiful people in the world. We have to get out. We have to get out of our. Yeah, America will make you afraid of other countries. Yeah. So that you stay here. Afraid of or hate. Or hate. Yeah, these people are all beautiful people. Yeah. Like everybody, we're all human. You know what I'm saying? We're all brothers and sisters. I love that. Cheers to that. I know we have to wrap up. They gonna kick us off the set. We've been running our mouths. We were running our mouths too much. But I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you coming. This has been one of my favorite interviews ever. I'm very happy to have you. Tell everybody where to find you on every platform, top to bottom. Find me at Bandupsick. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. I mean wherever. At Bandupsick. Spotify, Apple Music. At Bandupsick, you feel me? New project gonna drop top of June. We're gonna chop it up. Oh, that's right here. Yeah, it's right around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll connect. We finna drop this shit even sooner. And I just appreciate them having me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a beautiful interview with this lovely, lovely lady. Like I'm telling you, she has such good energy. This ain't the first one either. It's gonna be many more. No, we're coming back here after he goes international. Yeah. We're gonna have a part 2. We gotta have a part 2. Yeah, see what's different. For real. She'll be my lawyer too. He pleads the fifth at all times. Cut it. I love this. Where'd everybody go? They left. They're tired of us.